Hi guys, Righteous Raymond here, back again with another shocking Bible study, kinda. This is going to be a video about the rapture. So you've heard of rapture talk, T-O-K. And so many people believe that the world was going to be very different after September 23rd and September 24th of this year, okay? So of course, when September 25th, 2025 came, a lot of people were discouraged, confused, hurt. And the reason is because, talking about Christians were hurt, confused, and things, is because some Christians, they believed a prophecy of this African pastor, Pastor Joshua Malekala. I may be mispronouncing his name. Joshua Malekala, okay? And he said that he saw Jesus face to face, and Jesus told him in a vision that he was going to be coming back for his church, rapture his church, the believers who believe in Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior. He was going to come rapture them on September 23rd, September 24th. I think the reason of the two different dates is because, from I think the furthest back time zone, I think it's like Samoan time zone. It's like a 22-hour gap between that time zone and the one that's, I think, furthest out. I don't know the furthest one out. I don't know. Australia, I don't know. 22-hour gap. So I'm not sure if it's supposed to happen like hour by hour, if it's going to happen all at one time, according to one person's time zone. But a lot of people were hurt, you all, because people took this rapture date very seriously. If you look on TikTok, if you have a TikTok account, people were giving away or selling their cars. People were giving away their homes, okay, their trailers. People were quitting their jobs, putting out valuable things on the street. People were giving away or burning currency. That's illegal in America to burn, cash, money. They were quitting their jobs, okay? Jobs they worked at for years, or quitting their jobs. And people were even giving away their pets, and somebody was rumored to give away her children, okay? I don't think it was true or not. Gave away her children. Maybe she thought she was going to be raptured, and they weren't, or they was going to be raptured, and I don't know why I'd give away your children. I don't know. Anyway, so when September 25th rolled around, in every time zone, people were, of course, discouraged, disappointed, people who believe in the rapture date, okay? But if you've been paying attention, the rapture date has been changed, okay? It's been changed. But I say changed with quotation marks because when the original YouTubers that interviewed Pastor Joshua Malekala, where he went viral, they brought him back on their podcast, okay? And the YouTubers were some African female twins, cent twins, C-E-N, like dollars and cents, C-E-N-T, twins with a Z. So C-E-N-T, T-W-I-N-Z, TV, you can go find the interview on there. So when they brought him back on, saying, hey, what's happening? It's after the 23rd, 24th. Why are you still here? The rest of us can still be here because we may not be saved, but why are you still here? And he said he sought the Lord, and the Lord confirmed again, I still mean what I say. I said September 23rd, September 24th. I'm expecting him to say a different year, right? He said 2025. I have not changed my mind. I mean what I said. And so people are like, what does he mean? And I'm going to tell you why the date is still been set for September 23rd, 24th. The reason is because he was saying that he was using the wrong calendar. So there was a calendar. There are two different calendars that most of the world uses. They are the Julian and the Gregorian calendar. I'm going to show you. It's going to be backwards, of course. I'm on here, but it's going to be backwards. Okay. So there is the Gregorian calendar and there is the Julian calendar. Okay. Now, depending on when you start, it adds days. Because I think it said about every 128 days, like it adds a day or whatever. So see here, between the year 1582 and 1700, it's a 10-day gap on the calendar. Between 1700 and 1800, it's an 11-day gap. So because we are in the time frame here, we're in the fourth row, that means that we are 13 days out. So what he said was that you have to add 13 days to the Gregorian calendar, and we'll be back on the Julian calendar, or vice versa, okay? So the reason the calendars were changed was because Pope Gregory XIII, Catholic Pope, and Pope Gregory XIII, 111, the Roman numerals. In 1582, he wanted to correct the inaccuracies. He realized that the Easter, the Jewish feast called Passover was falling around on equinox. I think it's summer or spring equinox. I think it's spring equinox. He said, "Oh, we got to fix his calendar." So he took out 10 days. So he took out October 5th. I'm sorry, he's a gap between October 4th and October 15th. So he got 10 days, okay, between October 4th and October 15th in 1582. And so it's 10 days gap. So Pastor Joshua Malekla is saying that you got to count 10 days out from September 3rd, September 24th. I'm sorry, it was 10 days back then, but like I told you, on this calendar here, we're now 13 days out because time has passed. Okay, so he said you got to add 13 days to that calendar and the rapture will still be happening. So right now, in my time zone, it's October 5th, Sunday, 2025. He's saying that the rapture is going to be tomorrow. I don't know which time zone, going to be tomorrow. Now, another sister on the same YouTube channel, Sister Halengiwi Machunu, she says she also has no divine visitations. And she also said, "Lord, why didn't you do what you say you was going to do? Why you didn't come on the 23rd, 24th? He said, it's not, and it's something to the effect of it's not happening yet. It's still time. It's still time for the rapture, okay? I've not missed my date. You all are using the Julian calendar. Now, when you hear Gregorian and Julian, Gregorian stands for Pope Gregory 13, and Julian is Julius Caesar, okay? So Julius Caesar had a calendar, and, you know, it's kind of close to he tried to be kind of close to the solar lunar calendar that the Hebrew people use, but, you know, he didn't do it all the way right. Because I think they said every first of the month it should be a new moon, okay? Then I heard somewhere it's supposed to be 13 months on the calendar. Then this whole leap year thing. So it's like it's hard to know the day, what they were really on according to his day, Jesus' day, or God's day, because the calendar's been changed so much. So some people say that's why they said no man knows the day of the hour, because they've been changing the days, okay? So anyway, Sister Halengiwi Machunu said that the date is still going to be that date, September 23rd, September 24th, on the Julian calendar, okay? That's what she's saying, okay? So that's tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, okay? And she said God told her it was going to be 12 o'clock midnight, her time zone. So you may want to find out whatever time zone Sister Halengiwi Machunu is, because she said it's going to start in her time, 12 o'clock midnight, her time zone. And she's somewhere in Africa, okay? Now, some people say that we should not try to figure out the date. That's according to Matthew 24, okay? Based on the interpretation of Matthew 24, okay? Now, Matthew 24:36 says, this is Jesus talking to his disciples, "But concerning that day and hour, no one knows, not even the angels of heaven, nor the Son, but the Father only. But concerning that day and hour, no one knows, not even the angels of heaven, nor the Son, but the Father only." I read English Standard Version, so you may hear it worded in King James Version, other versions that you read. I'll keep reading a little bit more. Verse 37, "For as were the days of Noah, so will be the coming of the Son of Man. For as in those days before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day when Noah entered the ark. And they were unaware until the flood came and swept them all away. So will be the coming of the Son of Man." So some people say that people are laughing and mocking at Pastor Joshua Malekla and anybody else who prepared for the rapture, selling their cars, houses, giving their pets away. But they're saying that's just like they mocked Noah who's building the ark. No, that's when they had the 2 animals, 2 by 2, except for the 7 when it was for sacrifice. It's extra. But, you know, most people hear about the 2 by 2 animals going into the ark, male, female. Noah and his 7, or his 3 sons, 3 daughter-in-laws, and his wife and himself, the 8. And so he's saying it's going to be just like that. So it's going to be a lot of destruction after that. After Noah enters the ark and the animals and his 7, it's going to be, everybody's going to be doing their own thing, having a good time, and then all of a sudden destruction is going to come upon them, okay? So he's saying, he's comparing it to that time frame, okay? So this is part 1. I'm going to have to do about 2 more videos, maybe even 3. But thank y'all for watching part 1. As always live as if it's your last moment, because it may be your last minute, your last second, your last hour, your last day. Don't wait for the rapture to get saved. Get saved now. Come back for part 2.